Well, I'm sorry I was so late today. The reason that I woke up at 2 o'clock today was because that last night I finished writing my paper,
Hmm.
but then went on a panic spiral immediately after I submitted it because I went back through and noticed a mistake in it. And then I was like, oh no, it hasn't submitted. The thing was
Oh,
buffering,
ugh,
stuck in the buffer spiral.
of
And then I
course. Yeah.
refreshed the page, had not submitted it, but now the assignment was closed because it was after the deadline. So then
Right.
I sent out a panic email to my TA and said, at 12:02, please, please, please. I don't know what happened, but I did have it done on time. Here's my thing. And I haven't heard back from her.
Ooh,
But the thing is I haven't had great experiences with people in this class and
no,
communicating and being reasonable about things. So there's
no,
no
no.
guarantee. And so I didn't go to bed until 6:30 in the morning today because I was just laying in bed sweating profusely, just
Mm,
panicking.
yeah,
That's what happened to me last night. But I'm
understandable.
okay now.
Okay, well that's good. I hope you that you hear back from her.
Me too.
I mean, yeah, that sucks. But it's
It's
not
been
like you
who
need to graduate or anything.
no, nothing like that.
No.
Tell me
Anyway,
about London.
oh, it's still there.
Still, really
Yeah, yeah.
amazing. You would
Yep.
have thought it had crumbled down to the ground by now.
You'd think, because it's so
So
old.
old. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, it's still there. Um, it was good. We did all sorts of things. We went up to Yorkshire for a couple days, and that's still there, and it's not even London. So,
Wow.
I
And
know.
that's where Butt Lane and Penis Tone are right?
Yes.
Penis Town. Yeah.
Yes. Penistone. Yeah. They're
Oh,
both in Haworth, which is where the Brontes are from.
really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So we
How
went up
about that?
there. They have like a steam train that used to like run on
Ooh.
this one line, and then they like closed it down, but they kept the engines, and then they were like, we should bring this back as like a cultural thing, and so they did. So now like if you want to ride a steam train, like the only place to do it is from like from Keithley to the end of the line and back, and Haworth is on the way. So we stopped there, had some nice, a nice time.
An ice time because it was cold.
Hmm. It was actually very pleasant. No. Yeah, that was good. We walked through, a field with little sheepies.
Living the
And
dream.
yeah, and it was so good. It is such a hill, but it was so good.
Sheepies.
Aren't they so cute?
Oh, that one looks like a headless chicken. I love him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So if you ever find yourself in England, you should definitely ride the steam train and stop in Haworth so you can see Butt Lane and Penistone and then see the little sheepies. What's
Hurts
not
to
to
see
like?
someone else living your dream life.
I thought of two funny names for cats earlier, but I'm not
Okay.
going to use. They would be terrible, horrible,
Uh-huh.
but funny.
Okay.
Because you know how like dogs have like either person names or like cute names,
Yes,
and then cats could have person names or cute names, but they also could be named after any given vegetable. Like it doesn't, there's such a range of cat names
absolutely.
because
Yep.
of how they're gremlins rather than like people, like dogs are.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. That's a
I think that's,
creature.
yeah,
Dogs are
it's
beasts,
absolutely a creature.
cats are creatures.
Exactly. It's the beast versus creature
Absolutely. The
distinction.
two genders, if you will.
Yes, I will. I think you could fill out a form that's like, age, race slash ethnicity, gender, and then the options are beast and creature. That'd be cool. I would like that.
Please, please, please.
Like, am I more of a beast or a creature? Um,
My gut instinct, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but you're definitely a creature.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. That's what I was hoping for. Anyway, the names for the two cats that I would never
Okay.
use. But if you met a cat named this, you wouldn't bat an eye because of the nature of cat names.
Hmm.
Challenger explosion, 9/11. Don't you think?
So funny.
You could meet a dog named like Frank and you're like, okay, sure. And then a cat named Challenger explosion and you're like,
Challenger
okay, sure.
explosion.
You could
That's
call him Len
so
for
funny.
short.
Or Chi Chi.
Like Chi Chi, oh, that's so cute. And you're like, yeah, not really.
So much. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right. Those are terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah. Really,
yeah,
really funny though.
yeah,
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I
yeah.
noticed something when I was going through because I keep a list of child names and pet names.
Hmm. Of course,
Um,
as
and
everyone
I know
should.
as everyone should, yeah. So here's my list of uh potential pet names and stop me when you notice the pattern, okay?
Okay.
Okay, it's Georgie, which is by
Hmm.
the way the one cute one on this list.
Okay. Now I'm
Georgie,
prepared.
Gooby, Garble,
Hmm.
Gooseo,
Hmm. Normal. Yeah.
Golback, Gravy.
I
And
love
then
Gravy. What if you had a gray cat named Gravy? And then
I
it's like,
know. I
and then it's funny because that's
know.
not what gray. Yeah, that's funny.
I thought of that one too for if
Gravy is
like
brown.
what if a cat had like patterns but just on its feet so that it looked like it stepped in a tin of gravy.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. There's so many options for that one. But then the other
Hmm.
two are Tim and Fergie, and those are short for respectively Time Warner Cable and Turd Ferguson.
Yes, I do remember those. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. Turd Ferguson. It's funny. It's a funny name.
Funny, funny name. I speak a little French.
Yeah.
Oh, Norm Macdonald, I love you. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happened today, but I feel all um wrong.
Could it perhaps be because you are accidentally living in a different time zone due to stress?
I don't think that's it.
Hmm. Well, then
I,
I just don't know.
oh no, no, that's not
You're like
quite
living
it.
in Neil time. Like,
Hi, Neil.
yeah. It's 15 hours ahead, so you just have to think of time plus 3 and then be like, but it's tomorrow.
Oh, that's so complicated for my little brain.
Yeah.
I figured out the time difference between us and London fairly early on in your trip. Um,
Uh-huh.
and every
I was
single day,
amazed at how often we overlapped. Like you would
I
text me at your
know.
2 a.m. and it was like a totally reasonable time for me. I'd be like, hmm, go to bed.
No. Yeah. No, we definitely shouldn't have been talking as frequently as we were, like the
No, I
time
feel like
considered,
it
but
was actually more often than we do when we're in the same time zone. Like it was pretty consistent.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I was saying though, I looked it up and I was like, great. So it's this many hours and I just have to remember that
Hmm.
and then I'll be good because I can just do the calculations in my head. And
Oh.
I Googled, I mean, probably several times a day. That makes me sound obsessive, but it's true. The time difference in London, it's just like got nothing else going on. I'm like, man, what the earth are they doing right now? Let's see. Oh,
What
2:30
time is
a.m.
it
Not
there?
much.
That's that's funny. They're like still 7 hours. Stop asking. Google is like, shut up. It's +7 still.
Yeah, I'm just stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Google. I can't figure it out.
It's so funny.
Please tell
I've been
me and then
thinking
sell my data.
I've been thinking so constantly recently about you know that post that's like, imagine if Ask Jeeves had taken off instead of Google. Dude, that's so stupid. You could literally ask Jeeves about this. Like, that's the world that I want to live in.
Yes, absolutely. Like it's that meme, the world if Ask Jeeves instead of Google.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Those are such good stories.
Yeah. Did you Oh, you wait, you said you hadn't got my essay.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm gonna wait to do that until after we are finished with the call because I don't need to send it to you right now.
Okay.
And I can be
Sounds
normal about
good.
it.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
did call my dad last night at like 1 o'clock my time to be
Mhm.
like, Dad, can you just read it again and tell me that I won't fail? He did. He was like, okay, that paragraph is good. And I was like, did you see the blatant error where I still had parentheses with notes talking to myself? And he's like, oh no, I missed that. I was like, okay, so like this isn't even
No. The peer review, but your peers are just as incompetent as you are. Nothing's gonna get done.
he's reading it with one eye half open, scrolling on
Yeah.
his phone, like
Just to say that he tried before he tells you, no, of course you're not gonna fail. You're
yeah, yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Which I know
That's
is
so
true,
funny.
but none of my teachers do.
No, as particularly not this one. And the TA
I
also. Like,
no.
hello? They're like unraveling.
I feel like I've never done anything to them to warrant this, but I feel like this teacher, Caroline Clark, is, I mean, personally out to get me. Like, I feel like she's got a corkboard type thing to just.
She has your baby pictures on it. It's like very detailed. She has your whole life spanned out.
You meant split second. I didn't think you meant my pictures of when I was a baby. I thought you meant my
Your
future children
future
as
baby.
babies. I was like, how'd she do that?
Like, Caroline. That's actually very funny too. I like that
Really
idea. You have
scary.
a cork board of
Yeah.
somebody's future. That's freaky.
Unmade children? Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, little off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not nervous. Anyway, I made
Yeah, it'll be fine. You'll get 110% on that assignment.
that's true. Yeah. It's do you know, can I tell you this? It's
Sure.
I'm telling you a secret. Shh. It was supposed to be 3,000 to 5,000 words,
Mhm.
and mine was 9,000.
That's more.
Can I tell you, I've never in my life even approached the top threshold for an assignment.
If it's 3,000 to 5,000, I'm like, okay, 2,999. Like, I'm not doing that.
Exactly. Yeah. But
That's
halfway
funny.
through the day, I was like, oh, I'm already at the limit. But I'm not done. Let's just see what. And now my fear is because, like, it's so much over. What if she shoots me in the head?
Right. You get like a huge penalty for writing twice the amount that you had to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to talk. If I
You'll be
listen,
fine.
I want you to. If I try to bring it up again,
I'll shoot you in the
ignore me.
head. Okay.
Just, sure, you can do that too. Whatever.
Whichever, yeah.
If you have access
They
to a
feel
gun,
about the same.
um, What are we talking about today?
Yeah, mostly we're just catching up, I think.
Yeah,
We
I
had talked previously about doing Everything Everywhere All at Once, and that's probably good because the only other movie that I can remember is the one that I watched on the plane that you haven't seen yet. So,
Oh
hello,
yeah,
V.
it's not on Netflix, by the way. I've looked.
That's true. It's on
Hmm.
Amazon.
Good. Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
on for pay for a watch on Amazon, or is it for free on Amazon?
You know, I don't remember. I just immediately when you texted, definitely don't tell me where to watch it. I looked up all the places to watch it, and I was like, oh, she has Amazon, so that's as far as I got.
Okay, okay, okay.
But it's okay because it is the first tab that I have open, so I'll just check right now.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And that's
Are
great. If I
you?
have it on Amazon, that means that you can watch it again. Well, I try to pirate it somewhere
Yeah,
else.
that's true. Yeah. I'll just do that right now. We can log in. Jason.com. You can watch with a free Prime trial, which you don't need because you already have it.
Because I have it,
Or
sure.
you can rent for $4 or buy HD for $5. And that would be a steal, in fact, because it's the greatest movie of all time.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm so excited to watch this movie. I'm so excited.
it's so good. Like every like 2 seconds, I was like, "Where's Whitney?" Like,
Excuse me, miss. I know we're not supposed to use the Wi-Fi to make video calls, but please, this is an emergency. I need to call my friend. Just
for two and a
have the
half
phone
hours.
up.
It's so good. Okay, I know you're already sold on it, but I have to say, there's a
Yeah.
part where a guy is running. It's not a rooftop chase. It's only a rooftop chase in the sense that he knows he's being chased, but the other people don't know that where he is, so they're on the ground still. And
Ooh.
he's doing a rooftop chase, and he does zip line on a power line to another building. Just casually, and he drops onto the next roof over, and everyone's like, "Oh, hey, Vito, what's up?" Like everyone loves him. And he's a serial killer. It's so awesome.
That's what I
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Life, you know what? It's
I'll
just
say
beautiful, isn't it?
it. Life is beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people. Man, I don't want to say it again.
Literally, you know that one like tweet where people are like, people talk about hope like it's fragile when hope is pulling itself up off the floor, spitting out a tooth and getting ready for another go.
Mhm.
Not to be dramatic, but like that's literally me. Okay.
Uh-huh. Of
Yeah, I kind of slept
course it
late and I
is.
have a little bit of a headache and I might not graduate, but you know what? That movie sounds pretty funny and life is beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take it back.
Hmm. Yeah. Speak on it.
I okay, so here's the thing is I'm not emotionally available at the
Mhm.
moment to speak on everything everywhere all at once.
Yes, and I did have the fear that that would happen because we made this plan like a month ago and then just had week after week of like distress.
So
So,
much.
yeah,
Just a lot. You might say it's been everything everywhere all at once.
you really could. You might say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my
So,
thought is what if today is in why am I blanking on it's a stew video, but
yeah.
the only other phrase coming to my head is off camera, but that's not true because we're on
Off
camera right
camera.
now.
Let's just, you know what? Let's just turn our cameras off.
We don't need to be perceived for this.
Yes.
But it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be one of our on topic videos for movies. It can be one of the other ones.
Yes, I understand what you're talking about. I also thought that I do have the Excel sheet of our other options.
Okay.
We could talk about Galaxy Quest because that is like a kind of low energy,
And a good
a good
movie.
time was
Oh,
had by all kind of movie. Yeah.
yeah.
So we could do
Okay,
that.
let's talk about Galaxy Quest. And I will tell you when we're done doing this, I'm gonna watch it so fast.
Okay.
Yeah, because I haven't seen
Two
it in a
times
while.
speed.
Allison Doll style.
Yeah.
I love you, Allison. I'm your biggest fan.
Hi, Allison.
Oh, Allison's watching? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay, no. Anyway,
Totally cool. Wait, oh my gosh. If Allison's watching,
hi,
that means that
Allison.
Michael might also be watching.
I hope they have date nights where they sit down and watch this.
Think of anything more romantic.
Just deeply depressing.
Need a marriage counselor if that's true.
Like, I'm sorry, for your date nights, you just watched your friend's podcast on YouTube? They have fewer than 20 subscribers? This
Just
is
scribbling.
for fun? They need extra pages. You're calling in reinforcements.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bad idea, actually.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, Galaxy Quest. I haven't seen it in a while and I don't remember any of the characters' names, so I'm just gonna do a quick Google search.
Okay, that's
No.
fine. That's actually fair because I basically don't remember their names either. I only remember the actors.
Tim Allen. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Tim Allen.
So he could be
Sigourney
T,
Weaver.
obviously.
Sigourney Weaver could be S, in fact. There's Alan Rickman, but that doesn't start with any of the STEM letters,
No.
unfortunately. Tony Shalhoub. We already have
You know what? Sam Rockwell's in it.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
We just call it Sam Rockwell Part 2.
Yeah.
That's this movie. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, it came out in 1999. You know what else came out in 1999?
You.
That's so true.
But was there anything else you were gonna say?
Oh, also just my gay cannibal movie that I haven't been able to stop thinking about since December and will likely now never be able to stop thinking about it for the rest of my life because it's so ingrained in my psyche.
Yeah. And we keep talking about it and you had this whole like semester long paper about it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I had to, oh, this is something else too about it is my dad finished it, thought about it. We should set up a time to watch this together. I was like,
oh,
I got him.
Jason.
And then my mom did the same thing. She's like, it sounds like a really weird movie. Honestly, I'm kind of intrigued. I'd love to watch it. Because I have been trying to get them to watch it since I watched it because it's a weird movie. And they, I mean, have not been interested. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Totally valid. But now they're
like when I was watching it, I wasn't like, this really screams Heidi. Like, I get it.
No, not at all. No. I don't like you were pretty much the only person that I thought that I could watch it with and have them enjoy it. At the time, like, you know, I haven't even showed any of my friends because I'm like, I'm obsessed. Even my like friends who like horror and gore and stuff. I'm like, maybe it's not for, because I don't think it's for anybody. I also think everybody should watch it, but like,
yeah, but not because it's for you, just like because it's good to appreciate things that aren't for you sometimes, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, just yeah.
Yeah. What a movie.
What a movie indeed. Oh, this is fun too because each person has 3 different names to remember. We have their actors' names and then we have the actor that they're portraying and then they have their role. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I always remember Guy.
Of
Sam
course,
Rockwell
you can't
as
forget Guy.
Okay, so for anybody who hasn't seen Galaxy Quest, really quick, repent. But we'll explain it and then you can watch it later on your own time, as we will almost 100% definitely do.
Yeah.
Immediately after this. Not me, because I'm going to Dune 2, but then probably immediately after that.
You're going to what?
I'm going to Dune. This number 2.
Dune 2?
2. Yeah.
Have you seen Dune 1?
I have twice. And the first time, it felt like a million billion hours long. Because because my legs hurt and sitting down in the chair, and then I could like barely get out to leave. But then the second time I watched it was for class, and I was like surprised at how short it was.
Oh wow. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Which one let me ask you, did you watch the first one before or after you started getting really into Indian films?
Oh, certainly after.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
does something. It kind of
Sure.
like fundamentally changes the way you view media,
The
and you're like, oh,
chemistry in your brain.
I can't fully enjoy this anymore.
Where's the singing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have not seen Dune 1, but I have seen Dune 2, and I was shocked at how much I enjoyed it. I loved it. I thought it was really
Well, there
good.
you
I've
go.
never watched Timothy Chalamet in anything other than Tiny Horse.
Yeah.
So,
And does he live up to the tiny horse standard?
he again, he's not singing, which takes some points off, but
Yeah.
he does
Yeah.
ride a giant worm.
Okay,
So,
true. So
it
points for
balances
that.
out, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, when I went to Dune the first, it
Hmm.
was I went and I had never read the books or seen the original movie that has Sting in it. The original movie has Sting.
Sting. The original
Yeah.
movie has Sting in it. Sting is in the original movie.
He's
He
in the
has
movie. He's like
he
doing
was a
David Bowie thing
paid,
where he's like a paid actor in the movie. And
yeah.
he's Sting of the police.
It's Sting, and he looks like Sting. They didn't even really try to make him look like not Sting.
No, because he's Sting.
He's
He's
Sting.
in the first movie. Anyway, so I had never read the books or seen that, and Ian had seen that but never read the books. And I also went with Max, who has seen the movie and read the books. He's like a super fan, and so we had every level of like connection to the movie where I was like, I'll go. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you going with tonight? Are you going with the same group so you have that same level?
That's what we were hoping for, but Max can't go because he said, actually, I think he said I am the very definition of extremely busy this weekend. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure that
poor
was his
Max.
phrase,
Mm.
but I'll check.
Understandable. Yeah.
I want to, but however, I am the spitting image of extremely busy until Monday afternoon. But please, yes, after that, whenever y'all two sweeties are free.
Y'all two sweeties.
Yeah.
Aw. I'll say this. I'm a big Max head.
Yeah. Max had to rise up. Come on, give us a cheer.
Max Nation. What a phrase. You should tell him he should trademark it, because I'll be saying it pretty regularly from now on.
Yeah.
In fact, if you could send it to me so that I could have it as a reference point, I'd really appreciate
I'll just
that.
send you that message, and then you can use any phrase of it that you'd like.
Okay.
Okay. Copy.
I did. So I went to see Dune 2 with my brother and my cousin. Well, and also the rest of my family was there also.
Mhm.
But
But the
Neil
important ones were your brother and cousin.
Neil and Kyle were the most excited for me to see it.
Okay.
And so for the 40 minutes before we went to see the movie, they gave me the crash course on all the lore. They showed me a few important clips from the first movie.
Okay. Nice,
Um,
helpful.
Very helpful. I would have had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. I feel like it would be a
whatsoever.
hard one to go into the second part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew enough. I was a little disappointed because I knew Oscar Isaac was in the first one. He's not in this one. And that was really, really sad for me. So I was like, who am I gonna look at? Because I appreciate
Yeah, it's fair.
Timothy Chalamet as a person and as an actor.
But I
he's-
don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. He doesn't do anything at all for me.
No.
So when Kyle says there's also, we get to meet his cousin who's a super, super crazy psychotic person, I was like, tell me more. And he's like, oh, no, you won't like him. I was like, okay. You have no idea.
You're like, you don't know me.
No. You are
Oh, man.
wrong for sure. Like, don't underestimate my power, you know? You have no idea what I'm capable of. The guys that the lengths that I'll go to be like, okay, but hear me out about a guy.
Yeah.
No. But he did not tell me, because I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, psychotic guy. I cannot wait I'm gonna baby girlify him so hard. But then he showed up on screen and he was bald, and I was like, oh,
Oh yeah, isn't it
oh
Austin Butler?
no. It's Austin Butler. Yeah,
Yeah.
and one of the letterbox reviews, and I'll send this one to you after. Actually, let me see if I can find it now. One of the letterbox reviews that I saw for it that made me very, very happy was, however bald you think he's gonna be in this, he's balder.
That's funny. It's very
It's
true.
true.
I've seen, yeah. He seems just the baldest man alive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
wildly bald. Um,
Impossibly bald.
yeah,
They
absolutely.
invented the mirror after seeing Zed. They figured out the technology.
They use it as a device in the movie so that Paul Atreides can look into his own heart through the reflection on his head.
Yeah. They use it to actually one of the neighbor girl, like kind of girl next door vibe who's across the street is working on a project, but the power goes out and they use his head to send the moonlight into her bedroom.
Everyone else is just rom-com genre vibes, except for this guy who's still bald and super psychotic and crazy and has
Yeah.
knives in both his hands and is just shaking.
And they're like, yeah, we keep him around. He's useful for, odd tasks.
Oh, that's funny.
Hi, Austin Butler.
Hi, Austin Butler. I think you're a really weird guy and I appreciate the work you do.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So Galaxy Quest.
Oh, that's right.
I was like, this is gonna be an episode about Dune 2, which I haven't seen yet. But I mean, whatever. I think that could be fun. Someday we could have like an April Fool's or something, which will have to be in 11 months from now. But where we have to give a review of a movie that we haven't seen and
Oh,
like
and
an
we just
analysis as
lie
well.
about
Like we
it?
get really into it. Yeah, we talk about like, oh, this is representative of whatever, like Goncharov style. We haven't seen the movie. I think that could be fun.
I like that a lot. Maybe I actually you don't even need to cut out this part because by the time we get to next year, no one will remember.
No,
Likely
because no,
not even
who's gonna
me.
see this? Two people will watch this video. They're not gonna remember.
No, it's gonna be us two that watch the video over and again, and it's gonna be our new friend Abishnek.
I think that in fact I don't watch these once they're posted.
Oh, it's just me.
It's just you. Yeah.
Great. Then it is just the two. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
me and our new
it's you and
friend.
Abhishek. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah. So
That well, that'll
Galaxy
be good
Quest, I
then.
was gonna give it. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Um, we were gonna just give a quick summary for those people who are repenting for not having seen this pre 9/11 ancient movie, Galaxy Quest. uh, Post Challenger though, so that kind of narrows it down. Like a cat named Chaz, and you're like, oh, like Charles? And you're like, no, much worse. Yeah. Um, Essentially, imagine like a Star Trek spoof, right? Where these actors are playing these characters that go through space, and one of them's like a charming, suave captain, and one of them's a woman, and one of them's an alien, and that's basically it.
Mhm.
So then imagine that actual aliens in real life contact these actors, having seen the show, but not realizing that it is fantasy for entertainment, and they think that it's real. So the aliens have this problem and they need help, and they're like, oh, the only people that can help us is Tim Allen and Sigourney Weaver. And then
And
so
Alan
Tim Allen and
Rockmell.
Sigourney Weaver, yeah, Alan Rickman is there. Sam Rockwell, of course, is there. What did you say?
That doesn't matter.
No, I mean I didn't hear that, so we don't have. It's fine. You didn't say anything. I didn't hear it, and we don't have to talk about it.
No. And I don't need to defend myself because we already know what's going on with me. Anyway, yeah. All-star cast.
Yeah,
Phenomenal performances.
across the board. One of the aliens
Yeah.
is played by Rainn Wilson, and he's just there.
He sure is. Yep.
Tony Shalhoub is there, and he's a human, but he falls in love with an alien. Very sweet, very nice.
Adorable. So fast.
Yes.
He's one of the top 3 characters in this movie for me.
Yeah, I love him. So they basically these actors get kidnapped by the aliens who believe that they are real, like spacey heroes from Star Trek, essentially. And the actors are like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
They struggle to like explain that their stuff is made up, and then they can't actually help these people whose like planet is in danger. And so, you know, chaos ensues, etc. It's lovely.
Yeah. It's lovely,
wonderful.
and it gets surprisingly emotional because it is just it's utterly comical. It is completely ridiculous. And then there's a moment in it where you're like, there's several actually. It's not just one, because this movie is made up of just a genuine heart. There's several moments where you have to stop and catch your breath because you're like, oh no, no, I'm fine. Actually, no.
Yeah.
Hammer. Yeah, it's so, and that's what makes it good. And if we said it once, we've said it a million times. A funny movie is only as good as its genuine moments. And it's so funny because
so funny.
it's so funny. We can't make this, like, we can't emphasize this point enough. It is hysterical.
Yeah, it is. But it also has, as you say, a very like deep emotion to it, right? Like the idea of like it's a funny haha on the surface of like, oh, what if somebody like abducted the Star Trek actors thinking that they were really like, you know, and that's like, oh, funny, like some interesting things could happen. But then the emotion of them having to explain like I'm not who you think I am. I can't help you.
Yeah.
And their like lives are on the line and they have nowhere else to turn except to Tim Allen. Like that's crazy. It's so funny, but it's also so sad.
It is, and it's like absurd, and they play that up at first, but then exactly like you say, you get to that point where they have to try to explain the concept of an actor to these people who they're like lying is just so far out of the realm of possibility that even lying for fun is not considered at all. And so then you have Tim Allen, I mean, begging for their forgiveness, which is heartbreaking because like it's acting, but it's not just the acting, it's that he had lied to these people first too. Like he had told them, yeah, sure, I'll help you, whatever. Like he had played along with it to see what he could do, and then it's the betrayal twice.
Yeah.
Which is so, and not only that too, but the truth comes from the villain, General Saris,
something like that. I don't remember, but anyway, the
evil general guy,
right, who's threatening their planet and way of life. It's like you don't even know what's going on. You called on these people for help, but they like literally can't help you. They're lying to you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What do we do?
Yeah. It's, and then Justin Long is there. Justin Long is a Trekkie.
Justin Long is in this movie.
Justin Long is in this movie. Like, this is just like our way back video where, I mean, the movie's really, really good on its own, but if you need no other reason to watch it, like, just look at the cast.
Yeah.
Every single person would be reason enough to watch this movie on their own, and they're all in it together.
Alan Rickman is side by side with Sam Rockwell. What world are we living in? It's incredible.
Alan Rickman too. I'm gonna tell the story of the first time I ever heard about this movie. We
Okay.
were companions on our mission together. Um,
Oh, well, that's
you
right.
turned to
We
me.
were.
We were, yeah,
Wow, what
absolutely.
a small world.
Easy to forget sometimes. I know it was just a tiny little blip on the radar. Wasn't
Yeah.
for months or anything, but we were driving. I remember this. We were driving to oh, not to Mimbris. What's the one that had the burger
Bayard?
place? Bayard, thank you.
Yeah, because they have Bayard
Yeah,
Blake's, which is
Bayard
different from
Blake's.
other Blake's. There's
Different
Blake's
from Blake's.
Lottaburger in Silver City, whatever, who cares? There's Blake's Lottaburger in Bayard. It's fantastic. It's so
Bayard Blake's
good.
Whataburger.
How are they
That is,
different? But they're so
I
different. So to the point that we like forgot the name of the restaurant was Blake's Lottaburger, and we would call it
we
Bayard
call it Bayard
Blake's.
Blake's. Yes.
Like that's what it is. Ah, nice. We're going to visit Ruben today. That means we can go to Bayard Blake's. Like we were so into it.
Blake's. Bayard Blake's. That's how I and yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Silver City as a whole, really weird town. Bayard, an offshoot of Silver City, weirder.
Mhm.
Like
And do
I
you ever
cannot.
think about how there was Bayard here, and then there was like train tracks, and then the rest of Bayard?
Yeah, totally two separate
Two
towns.
separate towns. Like they had the
Yeah.
completely different vibes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
weird.
This is same thing with the one even further down. They
Hurley
had
and North Hurley.
Hurley is North,
North
Hurley.
Hurley sucks. North Hurley is the worst place in the world. Hurley, Maine, awesome, charming.
Absolutely delightful. It is the
Yeah.
cutest little town. It
North
feels a
Hurley,
little spooky.
it feels a little spooky. North Hurley,
Mhm.
you will get bitten by a stray dog within 10 minutes if you step out of your car. It's
It's
just
not
a
a matter
fact.
of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah. Anyway, you
Anyway,
tell me the story of how you first
so
discovered this movie.
yes, so we were driving through Bayard,
Mhm.
and we were going down that really weird hill and going back up where people go way too fast, but we
Oh,
can't go
I
fast because
remember.
we have the thing on our car that controls our speed. And you turned to me and you said, "You ever seen Galaxy Quest?" I said, "No, tell me about it." Because this was basically all we talked about for the first 2 weeks that we were
Yeah,
companions.
when we were trying to
was
get to know each other, we're
trading
like,
movies.
well, what movies do you like? Yeah. We found that worked, and so we just kept talking about that.
And have never
here we
ever
are.
stopped.
Here we are 5 years later.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
wow.
turned to me and said, "Have you seen Galaxy Quest?" I said, "No, tell me about it." You said, Alan Rickman plays an alien. And you gave a brief synopsis where they're actors and they're kidnapped by aliens because they think they're their characters. And Alan Rickman is served this dish of live tentacles, and they're
Mhm.
like, "Are you enjoying your meal?" And he's like,
Just like mother used
"Just
to
like
make
mother
it.
used to make." His Alan Rickman voice. And I was sold, baby. I was sold. And then I watched the scene, finally got home, watched the movie, watched the scene. I was like, yeah, okay. It lived up to every expectation and then some. It's great.
Just like mother used to make.
Just like mother used to make. I love how he
He's
plays.
so deeply annoyed. The thing is, his
Yeah.
character is like, I am a Shakespearean actor, and I took this gig when I didn't have anything else, and now I'm stuck in it, and everyone expects me to be this character all the time, and I'm over it. So he does
Mhm.
not want to be there at all. He hates his
No.
coworkers, especially Tim Allen, because he keeps like
Who's-
blowing everybody off, and he's like
He
egotistical
is
and doesn't care,
flaky.
and he's
Yeah.
flaky. Yeah. So they like have beef, right? And then he has to go to this like alien spaceship, and they're feeding him garbage, and he's like, "This is just makeup." It's like, what up?
Which he leaves on,
Yeah, yeah.
even in his home. But also, he has this line. He has this line that he has like that his character is like most known for, right? And everybody has
Mhm.
him repeat it because it means so much to them. It really impacts them, and he's sick of
Yeah.
it. Like
And he's
he's
over it.
Shakespeare.
Yeah.
He's so tired of it. He wants to be known for more than just this role. But then there's another moment where someone is dying, and he like they've been trying to get him to say it for the whole movie, and he won't do it because he hates this line. But then he leans over and quietly whispers to them,
Mhm.
by Grabthar's hammer, you will be avenged. And then he like his eyes flash red and he goes feral ape shit on the evil
He
aliens.
gets like lasers, and it's like
And you
That's
see
the
for a
power of
moment,
real acting, because
yes,
he means it. Yeah, and, like, he knows
yes,
that this means so much to this person. To them, it's real. And
yes,
so then in that
absolutely.
moment, it becomes also real to him, and you're like, it's so good.
Yes, yes. And the thing is, Tim Allen is a flake and he is a bit of a dick and he's egotistical. He's
Mhm. He doesn't care
charming,
about
but
his
not very
coworkers,
likable.
and yeah.
No, but he loves the show and he loves the attention that he gets from the show, but he knows it so well and he treats the fans well and they love him and like he has a strength in knowing how impactful that the show can be to the people
Mhm.
who watch it, which is where the other actors kind of fall a little bit is because they don't really acknowledge, okay, yeah, I'm so sick of this line. I'm so sick of playing this character, but like because everybody loves it so much. Everybody has always ever only ever talked to me about this one line. And it's like, but why do you think that so many people talk to you about this line? Why do you think? Because it was impactful for so many people.
Mhm.
And that was the moment. And it's so beautiful to see that realization of, okay, maybe I have been selfish. You know, maybe this line
Yeah.
doesn't belong to just me. Maybe I need to let go of my ego a little bit and realize this is something that I can do for other people
Like, it's
because it
not just a
means,
job, it can be something that matters.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good. Plus, Sigourney Weaver said the F word in it, but then they changed their minds. They were like, "Oh no, that's too much," and so then they made her go
Like,
and
oh,
re-record the line. But
yeah,
it's so
they were
bad.
like, we have to get the ratings, like, we need people to watch it. Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah,
dub is funny.
it does not match the audio. Her lips are very
Like,
clearly
you can
not saying that.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wait,
So
what
I
does she
think they
even
made it
say?
bad on
Like,
purpose.
oh shoot, or something. Like, not even bad.
uh, I think they made sure that it stood out to be more funny because
Yeah,
it works. That's really good.
it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
So there's this
Yeah.
thing on Star Trek where, like, the people with red shirts, they're not like officers or doctors or whatever, so you kind of expect them to, like, die in a scene where you can't lose the main character.
Hmm.
And so this movie also has that, where they have a character whose name is Guy, and that's his name. And that's
Yeah.
also his role. Like, he's just some guy.
He's just a guy.
So they get, like, kidnapped and they're taken to this other planet, and he's like, I'm going to die in real life. I'm a red shirt. What do I do? I'm just a guy.
So fun because I love it when movies have genre aware characters. And this is that like this that guy. He knows because everyone else is just kind of like caught up in the moment or like, oh, there's aliens or like, oh, great, I get to play a real captain for a moment or I'm so tired, I need like and then you
Hmm.
have that um that one guy who's just like, oh, this is neat. And then he's like, oh, who's that babe? And it's the random alien chick. Love him. But
Hmm.
then Guy is like reading the statistics of the genre in an overlay in his mind.
Yeah, he's like, oh no, uh-oh. No, that's me. Ugh, so good.
I love him.
He's like, haven't you guys ever seen the show? I'm gonna die. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing is he doesn't. He
Yeah.
doesn't. He
Just this
lives.
once everybody lives or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. I actually, okay, this is embarrassing for me too, but I started thinking about that um episode a couple weeks
Hmm.
ago and it did genuinely make me choke up because I was it's that's Christopher Eccleston, baby.
Yeah.
That was a formative moment in my childhood, and damn it, everybody lived. And I was like, don't mind me, I'm just crying about Doctor Who in the year of our Lord 2024.
That show, like,
It's
so much of
good.
it is like so bad, but then
Mm.
enough of it is so good that it, like, yeah, it'll genuinely make you cry.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you're hanging out with a stuffed animal. and then the stuffed animal has iron knuckles and punches you in the teeth, but just like once every 3 weeks or so, like
Mhm.
enough that you've forgotten the last time that it happened, and you're like, yeah, this is my buddy, the stuffed animal, and then he goes clocks you one more time, but then
Like,
like
ah,
you just keep forgetting.
because it hits you so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
really
I'm
good.
like, I feel like I stopped watching like mid Matt Smith era, you know,
Yeah.
but I do always remember the Vincent Van Gogh episode, and it's like, interesting.
Oh my goodness.
Why would you do that?
Did you do that to me?
Deepest.
Why would anybody do that?
Yeah, no, that one. Oof. Yeah. I do wish, because I also stopped watching around that time, and I watched a few like Peter Capaldi episodes just to
Mhm.
keep up with it, and I wish so badly that he didn't have to do it with Stephen Moffat.
Yeah.
He's such an
You
incredible
can
actor,
just
and
see
he,
the like lost potential in so much of the show
yes,
for that
yes,
reason.
yeah,
Like it was so
because
good when Stephen Moffat was like a guest writer.
yeah, Empty Child, that was
Fantastic.
him.
Yeah.
Blink, that was him. He knocked it out of the
He needs
park.
structure. And it's like you're writing
Yeah.
2 episodes and that's it. But then once he takes over, you're like, I kind of don't like it was supposed to be like capers with his friend and not like
Yeah.
try to answer a question and then you get to the end of the season, they still haven't answered the questions, and you're like, well, I guess I have to keep watching to figure out the end of this damn question, and they never
They never answer.
get to the end and they never answer
No.
it. So then
Six
it's like,
seasons
why are
later, you're
you
like,
ruining Doctor Who? This has been
yeah,
everyone's favorite show for like 100 years.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. And then you get to the
yeah.
Chibnall era where, like, I've seen people, I mean, have genuine breakdowns from it. And fair enough. I've read up on like what this is the plot line led to. I was like, holy shit. I mean, that's like bad. It's bad. Like genuinely. It's so
Yeah.
I haven't been a fan of the show consistently for years, but even still I was like, ow, ooh. Ooh,
What
do
could
I
you
have
do?
heartburn? Oh no,
Look
it's
how they
just bad
massacred my
writing.
boy. Yeah.
Massacred my boy. Yeah. Yeah. Oof. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
It seems like to make it good again, they just have to keep inviting David Tennant back to like a guest star.
which he's
They've done
obviously
it like
gonna do.
1,000 times.
He's gonna be so every single time he's so happy to get the call. He's like, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
David Tennant, I
Yeah.
love you. I
Hi,
love you.
David.
Hi.
Have I told
Tell
you that my
Georgia
dad calls
hi.
Have I told you that my dad calls him Dave? Like you
Shut
haven't
up.
met. You don't know
I
him.
love your father.
It's so funny because you never know. Like
Mm.
he'll talk about actors with their first name because he actually knows them, but only
Yeah.
like this many, and then all the rest he just he's like, oh yeah, Dave. Like, you don't know each other. You didn't work together. Stop that.
I love that. He's gonna keep the air of mystery about him. Like,
Yeah.
who knows
Yeah,
who I
he's in the
actually know?
industry. Whatever. Yeah.
I think we should say too, for those of you who haven't seen it, if there are any, Sherlock is garbage and here's why video, please watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. It's a comfort video. I've seen it 1,000 times. Love it.
Yeah, it's so like affirming in a way. Like, oh yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
crazy for thinking that this is like this has gotten weird and bad.
Yeah. Yeah. For like
Yeah.
45 minutes in the middle of it, he just talks about Doctor Who. And then he gets back to Sherlock and you're like, oh yeah, that's what this was about. It wasn't about
Yeah.
Doctor Who this whole time. I will say too, um, like structurally and there are 1,000 things wrong with Sherlock, but I watched a clip of an episode for for a class last semester, I think, and like when it was good, it was good. It was never
Yeah.
gonna be good the whole
Mhm.
time, but like there's a reason it was popular at the
Yeah.
moment. I was like, oh, I miss it was, you know what it was? It was I miss loving this show. I miss feeling like I could love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of it being
So
like shameful to have watched.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that bitch is resting in peace, I guess. Anyway, Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can we even say? I feel like we've gotten to the
I don't
heart of it,
know.
the heart of the
Yeah.
matter. You know, when it's not funny anymore. We started with that. So now, like, what else do we even talk
Where do
about?
we go from here? There's
Yeah.
little tiny aliens that eat them. There's that.
Oh, yeah.
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 There's really good stuff. There's,
Plus that one guy has sex with the alien girl.
yeah, that's literally what I was about to say.
Shut up.
Tony Shalhoub falls in love with the alien, but the aliens have like a thing to make them appear human so that they can like communicate better with the humans, but they're not actually. They're like tentacle monsters. And this is revealed to him and he's like, whatever.
Ooh. I love him so much because you have Guy who's freaking out at every possible moment, and then you have Tony who's
So
at every
chill.
possible moment, every new revelation, he's like, damn,
He's
that's kind of hot.
immediately accepting of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like,
he goes through the
Okay.
teleportation system, the gooey space tunnel, lands
Yeah.
on the ship, and is like, man, why are they all freaking out?
Yeah.
Like he's just, who he reminds me of? He reminds me of my dad.
Mm,
Because I think my dad could get abducted and be like,
yeah. But this
oh,
is
I like the
interesting.
lighting you got set up. And it's
Yeah.
like, is he going through shock? No, he's just like that.
He's just like that. Yeah.
He's so
I can see that.
completely unbothered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's incredibly unbothered. And
Yeah,
this
he
shows you
does-
his range as an actor because he played Monk, who's incredibly bothered.
By a lot of things all the
By-
time.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah.
By everything everywhere all at once, you might say.
I just learned this. They had commercial spots with him and Sean Spencer together. I just learned this because I never watched it on TV. We always streamed it. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine my shock when they're together. And I know why they didn't do it. And I understand that it would have been like, I know. But like, if I could have had an episode with them together, I've not even watched
Mhm.
Monk all the way through yet. I'm planning on it. But
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
that, I
would
mean,
be
that
fun.
would have been crossover of the century. Marvel who? No. Sean Spencer and guy from Monk. Also, the guy from The Mentalist was there, which is another show I never watched, but
Oh yeah, I saw some of it, but I didn't know.
why watch The
Yeah,
Mentalist when Psych was there?
exactly. During that era, there was a crossover between Eureka and Warehouse 13.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
knew
I
it was
remember that.
possible. I was like, now this is interesting.
I
Those
remember
were good
Warehouse
shows, by the
13.
way. Yeah.
I loved that show.
Yeah,
The one
one was
thing,
good.
and this one, I mean, still to this day keeps me up at night, is the ending of the, I think, second or third season. I don't remember, but the warehouse explodes. Do you remember this?
Mm-hmm. Vaguely.
And H.G. Wells is a woman and
Yes,
sacrifices her
I do
life to
remember
save
that.
them.
To the point that
Yes.
I sometimes forget that in real life, H.G. Wells was not a woman.
No,
Yeah.
it was a man, a racist one.
Yeah.
The point, okay, so there's this bomb, right? A super mega huge explosion bomb. It's gonna level all of them. And H.G. Wells says, I can protect you guys by putting you in this bubble to where the bomb can't get you.
Mhm.
And I remember thinking, why not just put the bubble over the bomb?
Mhm.
Because if it's strong enough to protect from the bomb inside, like, why would you put it? And I
Mhm.
remember watching them watch the warehouse explode and dissolve around them, and also H.G. Wells dying, sacrificing her life for them, and think,
Mhm.
but like,
But why would you do that, though? Yeah.
and I still to this day don't know why they didn't do that. That's so dumb to me. I'm so mad about it to this day, where I actually didn't even know I still felt this strongly about it, but I was so upset. That's stupid.
It is stupid. Yeah. I
They
didn't
didn't
really
even try
remember
to
that,
explain
but
it either.
yeah. They're just like, yeah,
Like-
sure, this is normal.
Yeah.
I remember H.G. Wells being a woman. I remember there was an episode where, what's the girl's name who's not Claudia, the one with curly hair?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. Anyway,
Claudia's in it. Yeah.
yeah, I love Claudia. She and Pete like swap bodies, And I remember just a moment where he says, P, like all scared, Micah?
Micah. Yeah.
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 He is like,
That's
I love it when actors are, acting as each other. That's very funny. I remember
Yeah,
that.
and they did
And I
they
remember
did
a
a good job
time
with it.
that they're at the gas station and he offers her red vines and she says, no, thanks, I'm Twizzler's gal. And that's pretty much my memory of details of the show Warehouse 13.
Yeah. I also remember that they never ever tried to do any romantic tension between those two. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I also remember
It's a change
that
of
that
pace.
one
It's
guy
nice.
he's the manager of the warehouse, and I like him a lot.
I like him too. Yeah. He has a
Yeah.
nice kind of like librarian vibe to him.
Yeah, and also kind of a chaotic ADHD one a little bit. Like
Yeah.
he's in every role I've ever seen him in. He plays the one of the writers on Psych as well, but he just kind of always feels like he's maybe a little bit on the verge of tears at all time, and also that he's just never ever stopped drinking coffee. So much
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah. A very like absent-minded professor, like
Yeah.
right on the edge of breaking down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting vibe from that guy. Yeah.
Very interesting vibe. Also, Claudia, what a character.
She was great.
Good.
And in the
She
Eureka
was great.
crossover, she and Fargo were like,
Mm,
so it's
mm,
cool.
Yeah, good show.
Yeah.
Mark Shepard's also in it. Because he's in everything.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. Amen.
That was a time for TV.
You know what? It really was.
It was like really good.
Taking
Leverage
me
was on
back.
at that time. Like, yeah.
Leverage. I need to start watching it. I'm gonna have time now. Because I'm not in school anymore, unless I have to retake a class. Actually, I'm wondering about that. I have no idea how that works because it takes them months to grade stuff in this class. But graduation is this week.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
I do remember
no.
you turning something in a little bit late and getting points docked, and then your teacher not meeting with you or like regrading your thing for like forever.
Months and months, sure. Yep, that
Yeah.
did happen twice,
So
in
that
fact.
does make sense. Yeah.
Both times after the deadline of the previous thing had passed, so I couldn't use the
Yeah.
feedback from the one thing to fix any potential problems on this other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
I loved it. Really good experience.
We love professionals.
I send
I
you
just
the
I just think like at
hmm.
this point, like you'll be living in DC and like working and it won't matter.
Yeah.
You know, like at a certain point you're like, I took the class. It's not my fault.
No.
And they'll just let you keep your diploma. That's what I think. If there's any
That sounds good
justice
to
in the
me.
world, that's what's gonna happen. So
They'll
I guess we'll
they'll
see.
put her in jail and they'll give me 3 degrees.
Yeah.
1 for the class and 2 for this paper. That's probably not even all that good.
Yeah. But at least you did it. And how could it get better if they didn't give you any feedback in time? Even if it's not good, I'm just saying like it's literally not your fault.
Nothing more I could have done. Nope. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, it's just really good. Oh, Galaxy Quest. The movie ends with their spaceship crashing into a convention center, and everyone's like, "These are really good effects." And I like that. I like it when they do
That
that
is
when
funny.
the crowd is so
Yeah.
oblivious. Everyone's covered in
How did
blood
they
and
do
sweat
that?
and alien explosion. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
And they like genuinely
good.
break down like the structure of this building. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna cost $1 million to repair, and everyone's like, wow, they really committed to this. You seeing this? Yeah.
Actually,
That's
also
funny.
though, the practical effects, there is some bad CGI. Like the little alien guys, they don't look great. But that's fine because the main alien guy, the general, he's
He
a
looks pretty
puppet.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if I've told you this. Do you know that I really like practical effects and I really like puppets?
Oh, really? That's so
Yeah.
interesting.
I know.
Yeah. What a fun
Yeah.
what a fun little interest for you.
Yeah, it's just kind of how I'm unique, like not a lot of other people are
Yeah.
really care about it, but
Yeah, like other girls are like makeup and whatever, but you like puppets, and that's great.
I also like makeup, but on Alan
Mhm.
Rickman
Mm.
to make him look like an alien.
You like yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. So like they do CGI when they need to, but it's not an over reliance on it.
Hmm.
They're like, let's put this
And
weird
this
guy in
is
a suit.
probably because it's a pre-9/11 movie. Now you can do your own thinking about that.
I have a question.
Yes,
Is that before or after the Civil War?
the American Civil War.
Yeah.
It's in fact after.
Okay, thanks for answering
Yeah.
my question.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. It was a
Yeah.
totally reasonable question that a lot of people have. Nothing wrong with it. Hi, Allison.
Hi, Allison. We love you a lot. I think the funniest part about like shouting her out is she does not watch these, to
No, not at
my
all.
knowledge. No,
I'm 100% sure that she has never watched one of these, including the ones that she's
the
in.
one she's in. Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
Not at all.
Probably never will.
Oh no, 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 no. And I don't blame her. That's
Yeah.
fine.
She doesn't, I mean, at this point, like, it's not like she has time to catch up, you know? She's busy.
There's so much lore.
Yeah. There's a lot
Oh
of
my
lore.
gosh. Wait, okay. Okay. We don't have to talk about it a lot, but I do need to just get it off my chest.
Okay.
I know you never really watched BuzzFeed Unsolved a lot, and I know you didn't really follow like Shane and Ryan.
Hmm.
Um,
It's like, yeah.
have
It's like
you
friend
heard
of a
what?
friend stuff.
Sure, friend-in-law.
Hmm.
Have you heard what happened?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't think so, but if you tell me and I recognize it, then yes.
Okay, well, all last week they were hyping up something, some big new announcement, and everyone was like, ooh, maybe like an old show is coming back, or maybe something new, something
Hmm.
exciting. And then they posted the video yesterday with the title Goodbye YouTube, announcing that they were leaving the platform to go start their own streaming service on Watcher TV.
Okay. I think that's a bad idea. I do think it's very funny to hype it up that much. And I have heard of that a little bit through, like friend of a friend of a friend mentioning Watcher TV. And I was like, I don't care what that is. And so
Mhm.
I didn't read it. So
Yeah.
I could have heard about it if I had taken the time to read the posts about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. I mm, I felt like
I hate
somebody
it
had
when people
died.
do that.
Those are that's the Ghoul Boys. Not to
Yeah.
sound like because I've said this before too, but I've never had a parasocial relationship, and I never will. I'm
No,
stronger
that's
and better than
disgusting.
that. I'm too
Yeah.
pretty.
Mhm.
But like it hurt a little bit.
I just
It
think
did.
like I've seen several people like leave YouTube to go to some like other streaming service that's different and like better or whatever, and I just
And does it
wonder
ever work?
like I'm not going to that. I'm not going to something that I have to pay for. I'm on YouTube for free. It's
Yeah.
literally on YouTube for free. Like you could literally ask Jeeves about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For free.
for free.
I don't know. Like, and so many people do it, so there must be some thing that's like it actually is better for them. But I just can't see that
Yeah.
being the case. Like it doesn't seem that tempting to me.
Well, and if there is, then why don't they explain it? Because if people keep doing it for, I mean, no apparent reason, none that I know
Mhm.
of and can articulate, then like why don't they just explain it? Because then maybe people wouldn't be so upset and like
Right.
so mad about it. Like I'm a little miffed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
I'll find a way to pirate it anyway because no, I'm not paying. I'm
Obviously.
not.
Yeah.
I'm not
No.
paying for another streaming service, especially one that's not on like it's not like they moved to another platform that already exists. They're making their
Right.
own.
Something that's popular. They're making a new one. So then it's
Right.
like, of course it's not popular. What
It's
makes like
you.
is your fan base so big that like you're gonna succeed in creating your own streaming service just because you told people to go to it? Are you sure?
It's not, I mean, it's not looking good for you guys at the moment because they're losing
No.
subscribers. I mean, by the second. Every time I go back and look, they have it was 2.91, 2.89, 2.87 last time I checked.
Oh,
I'm like it's
oh, that's rough.
oh, you guys are hemorrhaging. Oof.
Yeah. You
Maybe
should
you
tell
could have
them all
done
to
a
come over
poll
here.
about this. Yeah, I should. Hey, everybody, come to Women in STEM. We're better. We have no production value whatsoever, but
No.
we sure do talk a lot.
And we're never gonna leave to create our own streaming service that you have to pay for. We're gonna stay here for free.
That is a promise. That's a promise.
This is the People's Podcast, actually.
Much as big as the People's Pen, this is the People's Podcast. We're not going to say it again. Actually, we will. Likely
We'll
a lot.
probably say it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll
I mean,
mean
the
it
thing
every
is,
time.
too, is because I don't ever anticipate making any kind of profit from this at all. It's mostly so that I don't talk to the people in my everyday life about this so much to the point where they hate me. It's like, yeah, it's
if I talk about it here and I
to-
post it and then it's there, and then it's compartmentalizing.
And that's why, and I'm so sorry, that's why I talk so much about, bad grade and professor that I don't like, all these things. It's because the people, like,
we all
everybody
have
here
heard it.
hates me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to stop talking about it, but it needs to go somewhere. So it goes here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but thank
And
you.
you know, that's the beauty of YouTube, really. Like the whole
Yeah.
point of it is like anybody can do what they want and post it, and maybe you get like a lot of people like it and maybe one person likes it, and that's fine.
Yeah. And maybe one person likes it and recommends a movie for you to watch that will forever change your life, because I've already watched Ega like a dozen times. I can't get enough of it. It's so funny.
It's so good.
It's so good. So,
it's so good.
maybe I didn't ever anticipate any kind of profit from this, but I got some. Ega, to me, priceless.
Yeah. I do think that if we ever made money, it would be probably not much, where it's like it crosses the
certainly not.
threshold where it's like, well, you might as well get paid for it, but then it's like, oh, we're splitting it between us though, so like not really.
It's like enough for half a meal.
Yeah.
So like it's worth it if we're in the same area together, because then we can just like go out to lunch, maybe, or buy a
Right.
smoothie. But
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. That
But
would
it's
be
like,
nice.
I don't know, like I connect it to my bank account and then Venmo you like 40 cents.
The
My
money
dad
will
gets
evaporate in the air.
Yeah, it won't get there. They'll say this is too small an amount to wire to somebody. My dad gets residual checks for Daddy Day Camp, not Daddy Daycare. The other one.
Daddy Day Camp, which
Daddy
is the
Day
one
Camp.
of the two I've seen.
And there you go. He's practically famous. But it's awesome because it plays on like the TV at the hotel or whatever. Like it's on cable, which nobody has anymore. So, so these residual checks are like for not very much money.
Yeah.
And it's like you still have to take them to the bank because they'll add up eventually. If every month you get a check for like $15, like it doesn't seem like a lot, but by the end of the year, it's kind of a lot. But
Sure.
the issue, it's 420, by the way. On 420. Yay!
420, 420, 420.
Happy holidays, everyone! Life is beautiful. Anyway, it's just funny. Like, I think the smallest one he ever got was for like 10 cents or something. And he was like, I don't want to cash this. I want to frame it. Like, this is
For one dime.
the glamour of being an actor. This is what life is all about. The riches, the fame, the $10 check in that cost more to send it to you. They lost money on this.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, that's what I think that it would be like if we were monetized. Unless we get literally all of the BuzzFeed Unsolved subscribers. And we go from like 19 to 2 million subscribers in like a day. That would be sick.
That would be pretty crazy.
That would be pretty crazy. Chad speed run. Like it could be us.
Oh, maybe we should see if we can like try to get Chad canceled. So then
so then all of her subscribers will come to us. We should just try to cancel as many people as possible so that their fan base becomes our fan base.
Yeah, and then
that's a big brain
they'll
move.
be desperate, and so then they can come on our channel where we can help clear the air, and then they'll get some of their subscribers back, but not all of them. Because we'll have them.
There you go. That'll be nice.
I
love
like
the
this
idea
idea
of doing collabs with like just random, like we just had like our friends and whatever. I love doing that for a while and then just randomly having somebody famous and then
Oh
just
yeah.
go back to normal. I think that would be fun. I like that
Yeah.
idea.
Absolutely. Like it's nothing.
Yeah. It's like no big
Fisher
deal. We just know
Alexander
them.
collab when? I
Our
know you
idea of
guys are
super famous is
clamoring
like
for us to collab with him.
trust us, we
YouTube
are too. But we're
juggernaut.
taking our time. He's taking a break and we're respecting that. So maybe you could too.
The only people in the comments begging for us to do a collab with Fisher Alexander is
You.
me watching our videos.
Yeah.
Guys, please, when are you gonna collab with him? Like, oh my gosh, can you just calm down? Like,
Who is this Whitney Borer person that keeps commenting on our videos?
oh my gosh. Oh, wait, I was gonna ask you one more thing too. When do you graduate? You have another year, yeah?
Yeah.
Um, can you hurry, please, so then you can move out to DC?
Well, the thing is that I am hurrying, um, because I have some bad semesters that I took like, 2 classes because
Mm-hmm.
I was having a
Yeah.
bad time, and so now I have to have like a full schedule for the next like 4 semesters.
Ugh.
There's not so
Yeah.
much I can do, except I could be, 18
Like
plus credits per
Allison.
semester, but like I'm not gonna do that is the thing.
No, because that's
No.
I think self-harm.
I think, genuinely, I think so. When people
Yeah.
tell me like, "Oh yeah, I'm only taking this is kind of an like I just want to take a break this semester because last semester I was taking 26 credits, so this time I'm only taking 18." I'm like, "Only 18 is not an only number. 12 is maybe an only number, but that's pretty average." Like, do you care about yourself?
What when do you breathe?
Hello?
That actually
It
like
makes me so mad. Like I genuinely am like, get a hold of yourself. Why are you trying to
lose
graduate
the
in
grind
1 year?
set.
It's a 4-year degree. You can take 4 years to do it. It's okay.
You could take 5, you could take 6 even if you wanted.
Doesn't
No
matter.
one cares.
No. No one's gonna think that it's weird. No one's gonna make fun of you. People will still hire you, and somebody will still maybe marry you if you want that to happen. It's gonna be fine.
Unless you're also trying to speed run your relationship with this person.
Yeah, you're like, okay, so like we've been on half a date by now. Like, I'm busy.
They go on 6 dates before they're engaged, but each date lasts for 24 hours.
Each date they have to do the amount of 12 dates. Like they're like, we really have to cram it in because I have 5 finals this week. And you're like, how? It's the second week of the semester. And you're like, yeah, but I'm I'm taking classes from 3 universities right now, and they're all in a different system. You're like, stop.
Stop. No, I can't. No, I'm getting stressed out.
It's so scary. I don't know why people do that. Take 15
No.
credits. Don't take 18. What's wrong with
15
you?
credits is the perfect amount of credits. It's enough to
Mhm.
keep you busy and like where you feel productive,
But you're
but
not gonna
not so
drown in
much.
it.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness.
You never catch me drowning in my work. Thank you.
Merch idea? 'Cause I'll sign off on that. Amen. No,
I kind of
never.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lose the grind set hat. You'll never catch me drowning in my work t-shirt. It's a set.
Never booty shorts.
Never. And then socks that say, and that's that on that. We're done.
Oh, but the letters stretch out weird because the material stretches and so they're kind of
Because it's on a
warped.
sock. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love it when they do that.
And that's that on that. Yeah, so in about a year and like 3 months maybe,
Okay.
I'll move out to DC with you.
Yay!
fine. And then
Oh,
I'll probably
goody.
leave again to go to grad school, but we don't have to talk about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the country's really big. And sometimes I
Yeah.
think that
Maybe
Rexburg
it's too
and
big.
Provo are too far away from each
Maybe
other
it's
also.
too big.
Maybe country's too big? Have we
Yeah.
considered this?
Hey, like, relax maybe? Have we ever thought about that?
What if we just like annex California at least?
Mm-hmm.
Like we haven't tried it.
We could say that it wouldn't work. Nobody ever tried it.
No, we wanted to get California. No one thought about the cost of having California in your country.
Ugh, I mean, there's so much to like about it, but then it's completely outweighed by the
All the
existence of
bad
Los Angeles.
things. Yeah,
Like, yeah.
that's so true. You know
I
what
feel like I
director
would really
Antonia
like
Bird
it,
said
you know. What did
about
Dr. Antonia Bird say?
director Antonia Bird, who, as we all know, directed the famous 1999 movie Ravenous, starring Guy
Mhm.
Pearce and Robert Carlyle. She
Yes,
said,
we've all seen it.
we've all seen it, we've all know it. She said of LA that it is the most cannibalistic society that I have ever been in. And she named one of the characters in Ravenous after the main thoroughfare in Los Angeles, Slauson Avenue. She named him General Slauson and made him a cannibal at the end to imply that he went on to found Los Angeles,
That's
the most
incredible.
cannibalistic society she's ever been in.
That's incredible.
Based.
Nothing but facts. Hog.
I genuinely like makes me froth at the mouth thinking about that, because I didn't even talk about that in my paper. I didn't have time, but there's
No.
so much in that one little thought.
Yeah,
Like,
that's incredible.
we
That
don't
could
have
be
time
a
to
paper
unpack
on its own.
all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Director Antonia Bird, thank you for your service. Genuinely.
Amen.
Mhm.
Amen. Amen. 1,000 times. We love you. May you rest in peace. Please come back. We miss you and we need you. Oh, also one more thing on the subject of Alan Rickman, and I don't think I added it to our list, but I'll go and do that after we end the call here. Is Gambit. We need to watch it. I know you will love it. It's so funny. Colin Firth also is in it, and also Cameron Diaz.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
I do think that I have heard of it but not seen it. Is that true? Probably.
That is true. I've told you about it before.
Yes. We could also watch Quickly Down Under. You ever heard of that?
Oh, I'm certain you've told me about it. Remind me.
Yeah, Western. Except it's in Australia. And Alan Rickman plays the bad guy because he's British. And the good guy is still an American cowboy, despite the fact that they are in Australia.
Australia. I love that. I love that. Has Alan Rickman ever played he did in Sense and Sensibility.
He did, yeah.
And he did it beautifully. But he plays a really good villain too.
Yeah. And in this one, like, it's not even, he's just British. That's what makes him a villain. It's awesome. It's so true to life.
Amen. This is the one where he hires him to like kill off a group of animals, but then he gets there and he's like, it's a group of people instead, right?
Could be. I haven't seen the whole thing. It's just my grandpa was watching it when we went to his house for Thanksgiving, and we didn't start it over.
Fantastic. Okay, I'll put both of those two things on the list then.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. This was really fun. It was been good to talk to you again. I forgot what you look like.
It's been a year, I think.
Yeah, close to it.
So sometimes I wear like a really cute outfit and I'm like, nobody's gonna see this because I'm not even on camera today.
Yeah, I actually took the time to plan an outfit today because of how I always wear the same thing on this channel, because we always film on the same days, which are my off days, which means I just wear like my pajama clothes. Except I'm wearing my Motley Crue t-shirt and my really cute pair of jeans and a white button up all tucked in, so it looks
You look
really
very
cute.
professional. Yeah, it looks nice.
Thank you. Thanks. I also didn't have time today to go over the fact that I went to a Fall Out Boy concert for my birthday, and I haven't been really obnoxious about it because then I got really sick. But like, keep in mind, that's coming. I just want you to be prepared.
I'm prepared,
I will be annoying about
and
it.
now the audience is prepared for a mid-May recap of your birthday, which happened a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. Thanks for doing this. I hope you have fun at Dune Part 2. Let me know what you think of it.
Thank you. I will.